Bəli, hörmətli summit iştirakçıları, növbəti açar müzakirələrimizlə davam edirik. Mən indi səhnəyə dəvət edəcəyəm Yevgen Lisnyak, Visa elektron ticarətdə qlobal trendlər, Tatyana Deşkina, Vision Labs, Deepfake, rəqəmsal şəxsiyyətə yeni təhlükə.
Один, отлично. Ой. Thank you for having me here. Which language would be more convenient, actually? English or maybe Russian? So I can do both, but unfortunately I cannot speak Azerbaijani. So let's make some small vote. I don't know, who supports Russian? Okay, nobody is. Great. Actually, my name is Yevgen Lisnyak, and I'm working at Visa. And I'm responsible for strategic partnerships, fintech, and ventures in 17 markets, launching plenty of products. And I have no presentation, so my keynote speech, I will try to do it as interesting as possible, trying to share some insights, perhaps. And I do appreciate the most resilient people who came here after the lunch. Yeah, so I'll try to make you not regretting that you came. So my speech will be dedicated to electronic commerce and to global trends, and I will try to settle it a bit to Azerbaijani reality. So let's start. I have here a countdown, so I have only 9 minutes left, so it will be some kind of an Eminem regime. First of all, electronic commerce globally is growing. Yeah? So currently the market of electronic commerce globally is approximately $5-6 trillion. And this continuously growing and growing, and we see that approximate annual growth rate is 9-10%, while actually the share of electronic commerce in global trading also is growing, and currently it is approximately 20%. So this is global situation, and where is Azerbaijan? Unfortunately or fortunately, this is like from which side to look. Here's plenty of opportunities, because as of now, Azerbaijan is not so much developed as global electronic commerce, yeah? And the figure of penetration of electronic commerce here is lower. Approximately this amount estimated by different sources, but yet it is like 10 up to 15%. So there is a place where to grow. But also some benchmarks. Global is average, yeah, but some markets like China or Great Britain, they have 35-40% of electronic commerce currently in their trading balance. So Azerbaijan has good benchmarks where to go. And let's talk now what e-com society is talking about currently. So I will try not to forget the key trends that we see, and perhaps some of them are already in Azerbaijan. Some of them may be developed in Azerbaijan. So first is obvious thing, it's mobile commerce. More and more people are buying in mobile application. More and more people refuse to visit websites. And we see that more than half people globally already interact with the e-commerce via mobile application. And we see that in Azerbaijan also a lot of brands, a lot of companies, they invest some material money in mobile experience. And this is very important and very, very beneficial. So we as Visa, I will embed organically some our technologies. We as Visa, we do support this penetration, and we try to provide on the market technologies that address mobile commerce. For instance, this is technology like click-to-pay combined with passkey, when we ensure as seamless as possible checkout experience. Also, we have CyberSource that enables to launch e-commerce acquiring just in not minutes, but very, very rapidly, as well as different technologies like tap to phone, for instance, that enable small and medium business to start acceptance very sharply and integrate, for instance, their mobile applications with immediate offline even experience of checkout. And this is also a very important point because global trend is omni-channel. And brands currently are interacting with the consumer via different channels. You may order online and get offline. You may interact with the brand in social media, etc. So omni-channel, it's also very important. And if you are able to accept payments everywhere, it is very important for you, and it's very beneficial. So we reminded the social commerce, and social commerce, it's another trend, very important one, when interaction of the brand happens in social media, Instagram, TikTok, whatever, and this also addresses very interesting growing trend that called D2C, so direct to consumer, when brands are trying to interact with their consumers bypassing whatever intermediary. So marketplaces here should pay attention, yeah, for instance, marketplaces or even retailers, because brands look more and more, look at Tesla, look at Nike, all of them, they are trying to interact with their customer directly. Another very important trend that I can address, it would be mess if I do not say about artificial intelligence. Everybody are talking about this. And you saw the presentation of Nurlan Hadjiyev today, who shared with you the developments that Visa has. But AI is, and I will not repeat this, yeah, but AI is a bit wider. According to different statistics, more than like 60% brands in the US already are actively utilizing their AI actual tools to generate content, to interact with the customer, to ensure shopping experience, etc. And this trend is growing and growing. That's why you definitely need to consider seriously these tools. It's like exoskeleton, yes, so you become stronger and stronger. So it's not substitution, but complement, yeah, so that's why definitely consider this. Another trend that we see globally that is growing, it's quick commerce. And for Azerbaijan here, it's some kind of breaking point, to say frankly, because infrastructure is the core for development of electronic commerce. And when I say about infrastructure, I mean two things. First is definitely obvious internet access. And another one is logistics. Yeah? So when you have an infrastructure in the country to ensure fast delivery, you address maybe one of the core and the key pain points of the customer, because actually, what is the difference between offline and online? Yeah? Even now, when I order online, I need to wait. When I buy offline, I do not need. I have what I need immediately. And this is exactly where the country has to improve, because Baku is great infrastructure, absolutely, but rural areas are not so reachable currently, both in internet coverage and in logistics. So for quick commerce, this is something that may definitely, so the company who would ensure fast delivery and who would ensure the fast experience for the customer of shopping, they will definitely win. Another trend, it's voice commerce. And as of now, like vast majority of customers in US, for instance, they use voice assistants daily. Yeah, so, and this figure is far higher than 50% even. So that's why this slightly, step by step is coming to our daily experience with shopping. And voice commerce is indeed it's growing. So another trend that very important to mention, sustainable commerce. It becomes not so fancy thing. It becomes not just for promo, not just for marketing or whatever. people, especially Gen Z, they start to value the responsibility of the brand. They start to value multiple usage, for instance, and a lot of companies currently are caring about this, and they are thinking how to address this indeed demand that is appearing and growing in different countries, and I'm sure that it will come to Azerbaijan also. And last but not least is a B2B commerce. So we always think about consumers, we always think about B2C model, but there is a huge layer of companies who buy from companies. So B2B commerce and B2B marketplaces, this is something that definitely may also play a crucial role in e-commerce growth. So to wrap up, because I have only 24 seconds more, and I'm very respectful to your time. So to wrap up, I would say that Azerbaijan, from one hand, has a great opportunity because currently electronic commerce here is not so much developed as globally or especially as global leaders. And here you have digital savvy population. Here you have people who actually value the service. But from other hand, you have yet very high cash penetration in the economy. You have yet low trust from the customers to online services. And when I say about this, please do not judge me. Yeah, so it is indeed like Baku, and you know it's better than me that Baku and the other cities, it's a different story. And as of now, you definitely need to address this and think about this in terms of logistics. Yeah, because logistics is a core for sustainable and successful growth of electronic commerce. And just a couple of words that your government and your central bank is not sitting and not like just observing. They definitely act in this direction. And I know about the program Online Azerbaijan that addressed exactly to this problem to ensure internet access to everybody. And I saw a recent figure like 86% already of regions are covered with internet access. Also, you have continuously evolving legislation. We saw in 2023 the payment services legislation, new one. We see in 2024 we saw the sandbox, and this is indeed good and one of the best practices that we see globally. And one more compliment in terms of like out of e-commerce, but yet all of us, we are working on regulated market. That's why globally RegTech is already some kind of mainstream. But another one is subtech, yeah, so supervisory technology. And as far as I know, Central Bank of Azerbaijan, one of the global leaders in terms of piloting not only like ensuring the licensing processes or whatever, but also in terms of controlling, automation of controlling how companies are complying with the regulation. And this is exactly subtech, and it is great. So your country has a great potential, great market, yet pretty closed, yeah, pretty small. And this also somehow restricts access to VCs or whatever. But I do believe that smart people, who you have here a lot, are able to break through like whatever obstacles, and it's just interesting challenges, but not a problem. So thank you, and I do hope that something was interesting for you.
Təşəkkür edirik. Bəli, növbəti çıxışçını dəvət etmək istəyirəm. Tatyana Deşkina, Vision Labs, Deepfake, rəqəmsal şəxsiyyətə yeni təhlükə.
Yes, just a moment. Okay. Hello, everyone. I will follow the lead of the previous speaker and ask about the preferences on the language. So I can present both in English and Russian. So please raise your hand if you want me to present in English. Okay, and those who prefer Russian? Okay, a few. So probably I'll stick to English then. Yeah, I can see the presentation. So, thank you very much for coming after the lunch. Today I want to talk to you about the deepfake in the context of remote operations and digital ID. First of all, to begin with, I'd like to provide you with a short intro about the company. Vision Labs operates in the market for 13 years. It is the leader in biometrics. We are now considered to be top 1 company in the world based on the accuracy and speed of facial recognition. We have a profound expertise in computer vision, and we scaled it up to several more areas like video analytics, safety, and anti-fraud, which includes liveness and deepfake detection. So today we're going to dive deep into liveness and deepfakes. First of all, what is digital ID? Digital ID refers to the set of technologies which enables our customer without physical presence in the office, gain transaction, approve it, or get any service. Usually it includes documents, like the OCR technology for documents recognition. It also includes facial or voice biometrics in order to add several new features for the ID verification. And also it involves a master database where the ID can be checked. Usually this database is provided by the government or can be collected by the large organizations like banks. The benefits of digital ID are obvious. It is quite speedy and it is more safe than the regular operation. But when it comes to something safe and speedy, there are always fraudsters that will try to attack such a great process. So how our fraudster can attack systems and what we can do about it? First of all, the basic type of attack refers to man in the middle. So man in the middle is the intruder who tries to replace the data within the channel when the data is transferred and replace it with a fraudulent one. And in order to prevent fraudsters from such type of attack, usually the cybersecurity or information security measures are undertaken. And when it comes to biometrics and the protection of biometric verification, there are usually 2 types of attacks and 2 measures to be undertaken. First one is spoofing, and the second is deepfake. What is worth mentioning, as we transfer our business to digital channels, about 80% of total fraud in banking sector refers to remote channels. The trend is obvious. That's why we have to protect our channels and our processes. How can we do it? When it comes to presentation attacks, our fraudster tries to present physical fake into the camera. So imagine the process that you open the mobile app and you would like to enter it with your face. In this moment, our fraudster will try to present physical fake like printed photo, or printed mask, or even replay from his device of the photo of the potential victim. In order to protect the process from this attack, liveness algorithms can be used. Liveness can be subdivided into 3 categories. The first one is active liveness, when we ask our user to complete certain set of actions, like knocking, smiling, and things like that, in order to check that the person is real. Second type is passive liveness, when it is not obvious that any check is performed, and usually only one shot is required to detect whether the person in the picture is really live. And finally, sometimes additional sensors can be used, like depth or infrared spectrum, in order to add several features for the recognition. Usually, such type of sensors are applied in the face pay scenarios, or for example, when facial biometrics is used in ATMs and self-service kiosks. Moving on to deepfakes. Basically, the key difference between liveness attack and deepfake is that deepfake is the digital attack. Deepfake is actually any content that is generated with AI or neural networks. It can be images, videos, audio, texts, everything. And the key issue with deepfakes is that they are quite realistic. Here on the slide, you can see the evolution of the generation of faces with AI, of deepfakes. All these faces are generated, and you can see that starting from 2017, it is very real. You cannot just simply detect that you are actually dealing with the fake. It is very interesting that only 40% of population, it was a study conducted in CIS and the European Union, can actually separate deepfake from the real pictures. So let's have a quick test whether we can do the same. Here are 2 girls. One of them is generated and one of them is real. So please take a look and try to decide where is the fake and where is the real one. Okay, so the correct answers are as follows. So don't worry if you didn't manage to detect fake, because as already mentioned, only 40% are able to do that. How deepfakes are created? I will cover the theory real quick. Usually, if we're talking about facial deepfakes, there are only 2 ways to generate deepfake. First is using real content, and second is generate fully synthetic faces. So you can either do the face swap, or you can reenact the picture, like try to look at like it's really live something. And as for the face synthesis, you can use just a text prompt, and then the face will be generated of an unexistent person. In terms of the attack on facial biometric system or the operator of the bank, usually in order to attack the process with deepfake, additional software is required, for example, like virtual camera, in order to replace the initial video stream by the fraudulent one. For audio deepfakes, the situation is quite similar. Also, audio deepfakes can be generated either using real voices, or it can be purely synthetic, and the algorithm of attack is the same. Moving on to the practical part, where deepfake detection is already implemented. Generally, there are 2 types of processes. First one relates to real-time video calls or real-time processes where the action should be done immediately, and the decision should be made immediately, like in banking, like during the video calls to verify the identity. And the second type of process is analyzing of the content post-factum in order to validate that it's real. Usually, this scenario is applied in media for the content moderation. I've selected a few practical cases which are already in place in several countries. The first one is my favorite. It happened like, I would say, a year and a half ago in one of the largest banks in CIS. And the setting was as follows. In this country, the only authorized way to check remotely the identity of the person is via video call. So the operator of the bank have to conduct a small conversation with the client. During I would say, 3 weeks, the operator failed to check the identity, and he mistaken deepfake with a real person. So he was unsure whether the person is real because of the internet connection, because of the small resolution of the camera, so all the features of deepfake, they were not obvious to him. And after several clients reported suspicious actions, only then bank understand that he actually dealt with a deepfake. And in order to solve this problem, the deepfake detection of Vision Labs was implemented. And the second story, it happened not so long time ago, also in one of the CIS banks. The scenario was a bit more tricky. It involved scam and phishing. So the fraudsters created a website in the design of the bank and tricked the customers to do a certain operation on this site and provide inputs of its picture, personal data, and things like that. And after that, also, the customer was encouraged to provide his one-time password. In return, customer was promised a financial prize. Thus, our fraudster gained every data he needed to take over the account of the client, and he, with using of virtual camera and deepfakes, was able to do that. Also, what was done, bank used open source active liveness, which failed to check that the active liveness and the following process was performed by the same person. So the fraudster was able to pass active liveness, like knocking, with himself, but then he presented the photo of the victim. So in these two scenarios, what was done? Firstly, the open source ML kit was replaced by Vision Labs SDK, which checked and continues to check that the active liveness and following process is performed by the same person. Secondly, a security module was implemented that detected virtual camera, and of course, deepfake detection was also implemented. So the benefits are obvious, that the transparency of crimes was improved, that the risk of financial losses was reduced, and the process was secured. Before finishing my presentation, I would like to highlight key outcomes. First of all, remote channel has to be protected, and information and cybersecurity measures should not be neglected. Secondly, facial biometrics can be very helpful in securing the process and making it more safe for the customers. And finally, the threat of deepfake is already here, but we have tools to protect ourselves from that. If you have any questions, please visit our stand. We'll be happy to answer them. Thank you.
Thank you. Teşekkür ederek.